Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss the anatomy of the structure of a formal letter. Okay, this is the figure that we are going to use. After this you will know why I'm using this figure. Okay, next, learning objectives of this slide or of this presentation. At the end of the presentation, pupils will be able to, number one, know all the 13 items to be included when writing a formal letter so that they can write using the appropriate format. Number two, they know how to use all the points given meaningfully. Number three, know how to use appropriate tone and style that suit the formal letter. Okay, next. Okay, let's talk about the structure and the items to include in the formal letter. Again, we are going to use this figure. Note that this figure is like a human figure divided into 3 zones. I have already divided them into colors. Okay, the peach one is the top, the top zone, the upper part, the top part. The blue zone is the middle one, and the green zone is the bottom one. Okay, that resembles the formal letter, the body of a formal letter actually. Okay, let's talk about the top part, which is the peach zone. We have several items within this zone. For example, we have sender's address, we have line, we have recipient's address, we have date, and finally we have salutations. All of them, I put them into the peach zone or the top zone. Okay, the middle zone happens to be the most important part of this body. It consists of title, introduction paragraph, body paragraph. Okay, that's the most important part of the body of the zone. The closing paragraph, and finally a very simple thank you. And then the bottom one, the green zone, we have 3 items only. That is yours faithfully, signature, and sender's name. Okay, maybe okay, this is the diagram. This is how we place them according to the order. Okay, from top to bottom. Okay, so please study the arrangement or the orders, the structure. Okay, from top to bottom. The peach zone, the top one, the blue zone, the middle one, and the green zone, the bottom one. Okay, next. Okay, let's talk about the peach zone. Okay, they are the top zone. Okay, firstly we have sender's address. Sender's address means the writer's address, and normally in exam it refers to your address because you are the writer. In exam you are the writer. Okay, it's your address. Secondly, we have a line, very simple line, a separator between 1 and 3. So 1 is sender's address, 3 is recipient's address. That is the one who receives the letter. This number 3. Okay, number 4, date. Okay, the date is very simple, when the letter was written. Okay, and number 5, salutation, which is to pay respect to recipient. We use sir, madam, or sir/madam. All of those are in the peach zone. Okay, let's talk about the middle zone, the blue zone. We start from the title. What is the role of the title? To inform the reader about the general content of the letter. We have introduction paragraph and explanation of the title with some elaboration without mentioning the details. Number 8, the most important part, the body, which contains all the details. Each item is mentioned followed by explanation. Number 9, the closing paragraph. Conclusion of 8 also includes hope of the writer. And finally, number 10, simple, it's very simple, thank you. We write thank you there to show politeness or appreciate the reader or the recipient for at least reading your letter. So all these are in the blue zone, the middle zone. Okay, so the last one is the green zone. The green zone is the bottom zone. We have number 11, yours faithfully. Okay, number 12, we have signature. Yours faithfully is to show respect, build rapport between the writer or the sender and the reader or the recipient. Number 12, signature. And number 13, the sender's name to introduce yourself. Okay. Okay, title. Let's talk about title. How to write the title. The title must be a noun phrase. It must be a noun phrase. Okay. It must not be a full sentence. It is written in capital letters, either in capital letters or each word begins with capital letters and finally they are underlined. The title is underlined. It states the general issue, the general content, the general idea of the whole text of the whole body. Okay. For example, at Taman Putera, rubbish is not collected. That is the issue. Number 2, many people are happy with the school canteen. I found the kettle that I bought from your store is faulty. I wish to make an educational trip to your toko electronics. The construction site near my house in Taman Desa is very noisy. Those are the issues. And number 6, I have a few suggestions on how to improve sports in our school. These are full sentences. How to convert them into topic or titles. Okay, they cannot be used as titles because they are full sentences. Okay, look at this. For number 1, we change to rubbish collection at Taman Putera. It's like something you want to talk about. What are you going to talk about? I'm going to talk about rubbish collection at Taman Putera. Number 2, I want to talk about problems with school canteen. Number 3, I want to talk about faulty kettle. Number 4, I want to talk about educational trip to toko electronics. Number 5, noisy construction site at Taman Desa. Number 6, improving sports in SMK Section 9 Shah Alam. Okay, they are accepted because they are noun phrases and they can be used as titles. A title can never be a complete sentence. They are noun phrases just like the titles of novels and movies, etc. Exception, I know what you did last summer. Well, I know what you did last summer is quite different from others because it is a full sentence. Okay. Next, introduction paragraph. Now we have already started our letter. Introduction paragraph. Firstly, the title gives general information about the content of the letter. For example, educational trip to actors studio. Then introduction paragraph gives a much clearer picture of the issue without details. For example, I am writing to inform you that our club, Modern Arts and Drama Studio, is planning to hold an educational trip to your studio. Note that in formal letter, we use very formal language where elements like friendly greetings, how are you, I hope you are fine. Oh, we are not using that in the formal letter. They are totally unnecessary. We write very precisely, very directly, and very simply. Okay, next. In short, title and introduction paragraph are closely related. That is, introduction paragraph explains the title. For example, the title is Educational Trip to Actor Studio. And then introduction paragraph is I am writing to inform you that our club, Modern Arts and Drama Club, is planning to hold an educational trip to your studio according to the details below. You can see here that the title and the introduction paragraph are closely related. Okay, next we have bear in mind, never use. This is the language. Okay, when you are writing the letter, bear in mind, never use contraction. That is short from I'm, will, isn't. Never use question mark, exclamation mark. Cannot be dramatic in this letter. Just use a normal tone. Never use dialogue or direct speech because the whole letter is already a dialogue. Number 4, never use too much poetic devices to show exaggeration, metaphor, idioms, and all that. Okay, never beat around the bush. That means don't be wordy, but be compact, be straightforward, and be simple. Okay, let's talk about body. Alright, this is the most important part. body, the first paragraph of body is number 2. This is quite weird. Okay, we don't start with number 1. Okay, number 1 is the introduction paragraph, but we don't number it. Just leave it blank. And then when you begin the body paragraph, you start with number 2, followed by other numbers until you reach the last paragraph. You can take a sample of a formal letter, and you can see this very, very clearly. Now, it is the most important part of the letter. It contains all the details of the title, taken directly from the points in the question, which with addition from your own ideas, must be organized accordingly. You can break them into paragraphs when there are too many points. Always make sure that the language is appropriate, something that I have shown earlier. Okay. All right. Next, we have closing. This is the last paragraph. All points and contents have been mentioned. Do not end your letter abruptly. Express your hope from this letter. Okay, for example, the issue is unsatisfactory condition of your school canteen, and then in the body paragraph you have already described everything about your school canteen, anything that does not satisfy you, anything that is not satisfactory, the smell, the crowd, the dirty canteen operator, and all that. Now when you write the closing, this is what you can write. I would be grateful if you could kindly look into this matter to take necessary actions. Do not hesitate to inform me if we pupils can assist you in any possible way. Please accept my deepest gratitude for your attention. Thank you. Okay, don't forget to say thank you. Imagine that this simple paragraph is the last item in the body paragraph, including thank you number 13. That recipient will read, so make sure that the recipient is moved when reading it, which would later make him or her willing to take required action. Okay, next. The ending. Wow, this is so simple. Now this is the green part, the green zone. You have 3 items. What are they? Yours faithfully. Please memorize this. Yours faithfully. Your signature and your beautiful name, Gabriel Omar Batistuta. So you have already completed your formal letter. Okay, now let's draw the layout again. We have 13 items all together. Hope you still remember all the 13 items. We start from sender's address, line, recipient's address, date, salutation, title, opening paragraphs or introduction paragraph, the body, closing paragraph, thank you, yours faithfully, signature, and finally, sender's name. Good luck and thank you, and that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and happy writing. Bye.